I'm here with the series 2 on harnessing your potential. In the first edition, we established that destiny is the foundation for potential. Destiny meaning you are born with an assignment. You are born on a mission. And your mission was predetermined before your creation. So the mission is what gave birth to you, irrespective of the kind of father you have, the kind of mother you have. Isn't it surprising to you that many people who were born with a poor background ended up becoming great men? Isn't it surprising to you that many who were born from even what they call the third world countries end up becoming topmost influencers in the world? Talking about people born from Africa, so many of them are still, making waves at the top in most of these developed countries. Isn't it surprising to you that you find a child from a poor background doing better than a child from a wealthy home? Isn't it surprising to you? So it goes to let you know that it's not your situation that defines you. You were already defined before you were formed. So that established, when it's clear, or if it's clear to you that you are born for an assignment, then the question is, how do I get there? That's where potential comes in. What you're looking for, what you're looking out for to arrive, to convey you to that destination is also something that is not just far-fetched, it's inwards, it's in you. That's where potential comes in. The capacity, the ability, the energy, the power, the wisdom, the courage, everything you need to realize this purpose that God has ordained you for is inside of you. What makes a seed become a tree is not outside of the seed, but inside the seed. Now look at this scenario. A woman that is pregnant, the seed, the child, the fetus is not outwards, but inwards. And also, all that is required to sustain this fetus from the first forming to the 9 months when the baby is fully formed is within the mother. Yes, she might take in food, but the resources is within. Same way, the you standing today, you were once in that form, formless, and then the form came. The same way, in every one of us lies this massive endowment called potential. The endowment in you is highly valuable, unlimited, complex. And so it's important for you to know that. The question we are asking now is, how do I find these things? First of all, let's start. It's in you. The potentials is in you. Guaranteed you understand that you are on a purpose. So look within you. There is nothing you cannot become. There is nothing you cannot do. The potential is there. What makes you happy? What is that thing that in doing it, you derive so much joy that even if you are not paid, you would still do them? That's the area. What's that thing that when it's not done well, it affects you? You feel bad. You feel like they are not doing it well. That's the problem you are created to solve. So you have the ability in that area. All you need to do now is to begin to harness it, refine it, study around it. There are people who can talk others out from sorrow. If wherever you are, you delight in seeing people laugh, people people joyful, you might want to consider comedy. And stuffs like that. For yours, it might be fixing things. You might want to consider engineering. For you, it could be singing. But whatever it is, understand that the moment you find it, then there is the capacity. You have that potential of becoming the best, of becoming the greatest in that thing. So all you need to do is to begin to feed that potential. Every potential is like a fetus. Every potential, like the potential of becoming a tree of the seed, or like the potential of the seed becoming a tree, we need nurturing the same way. So the seed, the potential in you requires to be harnessed. Bring them out. If you are a good talker like myself, then you want to begin to refine it, refine them. For instance, I found out that while talking, at some point, I will interject with now, I will interject with some things and and I began to work on it. And even as I'm speaking to you, I'm still working on it because I know I am born to talk. I am born to impact. I'm born to shed light. But doing that, I'm putting a lot of these interjections now, in fact, this and that will take time off me. So to be able to express myself, I have to begin to harness this talking endowment, this talking potential. I need to begin to learn how to talk confidently, how to talk and convince the listener, how to talk and gain attraction and attention of my listener, how to talk and never be forgotten, how to talk and leave myself and what I've said in the memory of the listener. So the same way, you need to begin to work on your potentials. That makes you unique, that resource that is inside. If materials are available, materials are free, they are on Google. So you could begin to tap into the resources that will help you get better, that will help you refine those potentials. And by the time you begin to harness and engage them, you find yourself working, running, and flying to that purpose which God has designed for you. So it's very important. You know you have a potential. Mine is different from yours. The abilities, well, there are central potentials, okay? Every one of us can talk. We have these memory potential. We can remember things. We have these, we have others. We have the mind to remind us. We can remember things. That's a potential. Some are smarter, some are less smarter. But you see, if you learn more, get more knowledge on that area, the thing is, you become smart. So look at it. You have the ability. You have a complex ability. So begin to harness them in the area where you have more passion for. You have passion to talk, then you want to begin to harness the potential. Work on your tongue, work on your mouth. You need to begin to do that. That's the foundation for harnessing your potential. You want to begin to refine it. You want to begin to feed it. You want to begin to sponsor it. You want to begin to get knowledge in that area. You want to begin to equip yourself in that area. Harness that potential. Nurture it. Make it the best. Filter others. Focus on it. Give it all that it requires. Feed it with all the knowledge. So, knowledge is the number one food for potential. Knowledge is the number one food for potential. In this second series, the major theme is feeding or harnessing your potential through knowledge. So, knowledge is the food, the first food for potential. Knowledge is the breakfast for potential. The potential you don't feed will remain impotent. So it is feeding the potential that grows the potential. Get resources, get mentors, people who have succeeded in that same area, people who have been able to harness, feed and develop their potential. So in the same area where you have passion for, then by the time you begin to feed on their resources, feed on their videos, feed on their materials, feed from their experiences, your own potential begins to grow. Begins to grow. Like every living thing grows by food. The food they eat determines the growth. The first food, the first milk of potential is knowledge. When you gather knowledge around that area where you sense power, it begins to grow. As it grows, it begins to drive you towards fulfilling your destiny. If you are not knowledgeable, get knowledge. Associate with people. If you find it difficult to read, then associate with people who can read. Associate with people who discuss those things that stirs your potential. By so doing, you'll be feeding your potential. And the more you feed it, the more it grows. And the more it grows, the more it drives you towards achieving that which God has designed you for. I'm Pastor Obinna again, and I'd like you to follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow my social media platforms for more episodes. Again, this is harnessing your potentials. You have it and you can make it happen.